All right, all right. Coming back once again. Hope and pray everybody is still doing well on this beautiful and blessed day. STEELHORSE45. Hmm. STEELHORSE45. I want to give you another major shout out who comments all the time and leaves such encouraging, powerful words. And they lift me up so much. And as I look at your videos all the time, SteelHorse, is some things you said in there that is so powerful. And I was looking at your one you did about, you replied back to the one I believe me and Pastor Dow did on the Constitution versus the Bible. But in that particular video, I watched that video twice that you did, and you encouraged me so much because you was talking about your story, your testimony, and how you fell 30 feet, and how you was explaining how you wind up in the wheelchair. And you always encourage me, still, Horse. But you know what's crazy is that when I look at your videos, you give me hope also to keep pressing on, to keep moving forward because you didn't let what happened to you slow you down. You are on here speaking the word and you are encouraging so many other people. And I thank the Lord that I ran into a great man like you, a great child of the Most High, as you would say. And I love when I cut the computer on and I click on that page and it says, hello, it's Steel Horse 45 coming back at you again. And I'll sit back and say, what is Steel Horse getting ready to talk about now? And I love that video because you explained that you talked about the military and the army, and you said, and how you used to, you used to do those windows, and you fell about 30 feet in the ditch. And back then, you said you was a Jehovah Witness, and how even in your other video, I think the first video I watched of you, you was talking about, I think, how your family pretty much left you, and how people will leave you because you are following the Most High. And to have your family turn their back on you, that's a lot to deal with. A lot of people would get angry and frustrated and see that there is nothing else good to even live for. But you getting on camera still, Horse, I'm going to say this again, you lift me up. You encourage me. I like your old comment. The comment you just left. You said something about I want you in my camp. And I'm going to tell you, I was already in your camp. We just now meeting. And we met right on time, Steel Horse. We met right on time. But your testimony touched me in so many ways. And it shows you it don't matter what kind of condition you in, you still can serve the Lord. Good God Almighty. I mean, that alone, Steel Horse. And that's why I wanted to come back in this video and encourage you because you said you fell about 30 feet, and I believe you said you woke up in the hospital 3 days later. You broke your back. You broke your back, your spinal cord, everything messed up. But look at you, encouraging other people. You're not even looking for sympathy from people. You doing all the encouragement. So when I sit back and watch you, you see what that do to me. To see a strong man, a powerful man, encouraging others in spite of what's going on. My spirit is lifted up when I watch your videos. And see, let me say it to you like this, Steel Horse. Because your spirit alone, it speaks for itself. You have a dynamic spirit. But instead of seeing how high you could have went up in the ranks or whatever with the military and army, whatever, we see how God, how high God wanted you to go with God. Yeah. Let me say it like you like to say, the Most High. We see how you start going up in the Most High, even though you fell down. You might have, look at her, Steel Horse. You might have fell down, fell from high up, but you had to fall down so you could start looking up. And you had to start looking up toward the hills from where your help will come from, and your help comes from the Lord. So even though you fell down, like you say, you said it was a blessing that you fell down. So in your falling down, you had to look up so you can start getting truth, so you can get out of religion. Oh, man. I feel you, Steel Horse. I had to just come back and do this video. That accident you said slowed you down, but you know, still, most people would have gave up on life after that. They would have been angry at the Most High. You lift me up, man. When I see you in that chair, I see more than just a man sitting in a chair. I see a whole lot right there. And you encourage, once again, so many people. Matter of fact, Steelhorse, I got a chance to talk to Pastor Dow last night. We had a conversation on Skype last night where we could hear each other and see. I could see him in his video. We was talking just like we was on the phone. And we talked about so many different things, and we talked about you. And I told Pastor Dow, man, I have met so many dynamic people just off of his page now. When I did that video with talking about Pastor Dow a while back, and you was one of the ones, I believe, that was on Pastor Dow's, and still you watch Pastor Dow all the time. And I was telling Pastor Dow about you, man, last night. God is my witness. And he said, Steelhorse really likes you, man. And I said, you know what? I love Steelhorse. I said, I love when he called me brother. I love that we can use this internet and we can see people from all over parts of the world and we don't see no color. Because I told you once before, Steelhorse, I wouldn't have cared if you was white, black, Hispanic, Chinese, Vietnamese, Asian. I wouldn't have cared what you are. You are my brother. And I love you dearly as my brother I have just met not too long ago. And it feels like I have been knowing you. So I want to take time and do this video, man, to say that you encourage me and you lift me up because I see just a man in a wheelchair. I see a man, a guy with a whole lot of power. A whole lot of power. So keep doing what you are doing, Steelhorse, and don't let nothing get in your way. And I can see right now as I always watch you, you're not letting nothing get in your way, and you're gonna follow the Most High regardless of who gonna follow along with you, even if it takes losing your family. You are a prime example of that, because Jesus told those disciples, to save your life, you must lose your life. And that if anybody, it could be your mama, your daddy, if they not following the Lord, you got to leave them. Pastor Dow told me last night, he can't go to his family. And I sat there and I was looking at him as he talked to me, and I said, wow. He said, on my mama or my daddy's side, because of what he's doing. See, most people don't want to follow the Most High. They want to follow tradition. They want to follow religion. And some people don't want to follow nothing at all. And as Martin Luther King stated before, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. So I'm not going to make this video no longer still. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I love you, man, and keep on proclaiming. If people would learn to stop complaining and start proclaiming. Stop complaining and start proclaiming. Steelhorse, I don't hear you complaining. All I do is see you proclaiming this gospel. Jesus said that this gospel must be preached. This gospel must be preached. People from every nation and tongue, from generation to generation, this gospel must be preached. And I'm glad that he have chose you to speak the gospel. And with that being said, once again, Steelhorse, love you, man. This is your brother JT, down here in Dallas, Texas. See you on the next one. Stay blessed.